Hey guys, it's Danger Dave. Getting ready to put the new engine in. I started swapping motor mounts. You can use the motor mounts from the 1.3 liter, but the only difference is on the passenger side, you have to drill out the holes a little bit bigger because they don't quite line up. But if you drill them out, then it'll fit. And then on the driver's side, you have to space it with some washers because it doesn't sit flat when you bolt it down. So just 4 washers and it'll space it out perfect. Then I'm using these motor mounts. These are Dodge 318 motor mounts, and also the bolt is bigger, so you have to drill that out so they fit also. So you just drill out that hole in the motor mounts so these Dodge mounts will fit. And these are supposed to be slightly smaller and drops the engine down so the engine doesn't hit the top of the hood. And they're offset, the bolts are offset so you can put it in so it drops it down more. Alright, I got the engine on the engine hoist, and getting ready to put the 1.3 flywheel and clutch assembly on it, and then we can try and stuff it in there. Okay guys, I kind of forgot to video, and I just got excited and started hooking stuff up. But got the throttle cable hooked up, put on the spark plugs and everything, spark plug wires, and I started hooking up some of the wires. Got the alternator on, and I still need to hook up, well, Still need to hook up a lot of things, but I need to put the starter on and hook up the fuel lines. Gonna have to make a bigger hole in the firewall here for the engine harness. I got some blue silicone radiator hoses. I got the brake booster line hooked up, and the heater core lines are hooked up. Still gotta wire tie some of these wires and stuff. There's the Dodge 318 motor mounts. They worked out pretty good. I don't have a body lift on this, and seems like the engine sits low enough, but I haven't put on the hood yet to see if it clears the intake. But what people say online, it shouldn't be a problem with the when you use those mounts. I was just trying to put the starter in, and then I remembered that you're supposed to use the starter from the 1.6 liter, and I was trying to use the 1.3 liter starter here, and it's all nice and pretty looking, all painted. And then here's the 1.6 liter one. Looks like it was in the bottom of the ocean for a long time. It's nasty, but it still works. So I guess I'll just clean it up and put it in. The 1.3 liter starter will fit, but you have to grind on the block. You have to grind on the block there for it to fit, and I don't feel like doing that, so gotta clean up this one. There, that's better. Looks new again. So you can see the size difference between the 1.6 starter and the 1.3 starter. Here's my wiring harness. I modified it myself instead of having to pay $200 for someone else to do it. I just did it myself. It was super easy. All you have to do is remove all the unnecessary wires and stuff. You just follow most of the wiring coming off the ECU and remove all the like AC wiring and accessory wiring, and then you end up with just the basic stuff that you need. I could actually remove this too, but I thought I would just redo my my relay wiring in the Samurai and replace it with these, because these look better and it has a nice little bracket and everything. So yeah, this is the part that sticks out of the firewall. This is for the engine. Plugs right into the engine wiring harness. Temperature sensor. This is for the intake temperature sensor here, and then that's for the MAF. And then OBD2 port, scan port. And then some emissions. I'm just going to leave these plugged in. They won't be hooked to anything. Yeah, now I just have to try and wire this up into the car and under the dash, and then make a bigger hole in the firewall for this one to come out of. It's going to come out right in here somewhere. There's a little plug there that I can take that plug out and then make the hole bigger for the wires to come out, and then it will plug in right here, and that's the engine harness. I got a couple of the engine accessories hooked up. All the water hoses are hooked up. Got the radiator in. Yeah, it's about ready to start up. Can't wait. Alright, I punched out this hole for the wiring harness to go through. The rubber boot on the wiring harness. This one here. If you see, that's a little dark. But I used this hydraulic hole punch. Has these different sizes. Yeah, it does really good. But did a perfect hole there so I can get the wiring harness right through there. Alright, this is where I mounted my ECM computer. These are just things that I haven't hooked up yet. And I put in this, this is the computer's memory power, and I put it on a little connector so I can reset the computer without unhooking the battery. If I ever need to reset the computer, I can just unplug it right there. There's the OBD2 port mounted under the dash there, near the shifter. guys, I got the hood on, and it actually clears everything. And it shuts. Only problem I had was Only problem I had at first was when I go to shut the hood, it would hit this, because I had this pointed straight. It would hit the end of the throttle cable. So all I did was loosen it and push it down. So now it clears perfect. And it doesn't touch anything else, surprisingly. Alright guys, the engine swap is pretty much done. Still some wiring I have to do. Like over here, this is a mess. None of this is hooked up. It's all accessory wires and stuff for the light bars and stuff. So I just have to get that hooked up. And I ordered a new header for it, because this one is pretty bad off. It has a bunch of cracks in it and stuff. So I ordered a shorty header to replace that with, and then I'll make a video on installing that later. And I'm gonna do some more videos of driving it on the street and stuff, and so stay tuned for more videos. But this will be it for this episode, and stay tuned for more. Thank you. Bye.